Hello everyone, this is Lorraine from Card Creations, and I've got another Christmas card project for you. Now this card I'm going to hand deliver. It's a little bulky and difficult to mail unless you're sending a package in the mail and you want to add this to it. But I will be giving these to several people, and it opens up like this, and it has an ornament hanging on the inside, and that's the reason that it'll be difficult to mail. So I've got a little greeting here, Merry Christmas, that I stamped, and it also stands up like this, and you can either display it on your mantle or somebody that you give it to at work on their desk. And I've also added their initials, so I'll be making several of those, and we'll go ahead and get started. To begin with, you need a piece of cardstock, and let's see, this measures 8 by 5.5, and then I've scored it at the 2-inch mark. Just flip it over and score the other side, and that way you'll have your card that folds in like this. It's a little, I forget what you call these cards. Okay, so I've gone ahead and cut my panels for the card. I'm going to go ahead and do the inside. And my red pieces, I've cut the inside panel at 3 3/4 by 5 1/4, and then I've cut a mat that is just, that's going to go under it, just slightly larger. I mean, I can't even tell you how much that is, but just enough for the green, gives a little bit of a border around. And the same thing with these two pieces. This red piece, I cut 4 of these at 1 3/4 by 5 1/4, and then, like I mentioned, just cut your green cardstock, plain cardstock, just a little bit larger, and you'll have all your panels ready to go to add to your card. So we'll go ahead and add these to the inside. One on each side. Like that. And we will be using our Cuttle Bug, because I have, I'm going to use one of my dies to cut the center circle of our card. Look how pretty this paper is. I hated to cut up the little gingerbread men, but sometimes you have to. I hate when I have paper that I love both sides. It's like, which one do I use? Oh, okay, let's see. We're going to go ahead and attach that to this. Now, when we add our adhesive on our first mat, we only want to add adhesive to the 2 sides and the bottom, because we want to keep the top portion open so we could attach our ornament. So we'll do that. I'm going to add just a little bit more on this side. Okay, so remember to leave the top portion without adhesive. Okay. Okay, there we go. Alright, and this is what I mean. We'll be threading our ribbon through that. Okay, so next we're going to go ahead and bring in our Cuttle Bug. And I do have a video on how to cut any shape on your cards. I'll add the link to the bottom of my post here on my blog. Let me see, make sure I'm cutting on the right spot. So I'm going to, here's my opening. I'm going to have to put my die down towards the bottom, and I only have about 1/2 inch from the bottom. Right about there. Now, I have 3 layers of cardstock, so I'm using my A plate, my B plate, and then my C plate on top. And this makes it a little bit difficult to get it through the Cuttlebug because I'm standing behind my camera and it's hard for me to get the pressure to push it into the Cuttlebug. So just bear with me, and I'll try to get it as quick as I can. Let me see if I can do it. See, because I can't hold the top of the Cuttlebug and push this in. I'm going to just move it aside a little bit, and see if I can get it going. Okay, there we go. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and set this back, and then I'm going to go ahead and run my die through there. And it should cut all 3 pieces of cardstock. I'm going to go ahead and bring it back through, move that aside, and see what we have here. There's one. If you're using your Cricut, you may have to run it through a couple times. Now that didn't cut all the way through, so I'm going to go ahead and run it through one more time. I can just go ahead and see it cut 2 pieces. So I'm going to bring this back in and set my die back in there with my A plate, B plate, and now my C plate. There we go. And hopefully that was able to cut all the way through. Let me just see. It still needs a... Let me see if I can work with that. Just get my scissors and just clip. It's just hanging on just a little bit right there. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, alright, and let's put our Cuttlebug off to the side, and we'll continue to work on our card. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and do the front of the card, and this is what I'll be adding. I cut the snowflake from at 3 inches, and that was from the snowflake cartridge. I'm trying to think what the name of it is. Winter Lace. Had to sneak away and look and see what it was. I actually cut an oval and another scallop oval with my dies, but I'm sure you can find shapes on the Cricut cartridges to add to that. So now I'm going to go ahead and add this to the front of our card, and I'm only going to add adhesive to the left half of the image. That way you'll be able to open your card. So I'm going to go ahead and add some tape. Okay, just close that and add that. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and add our sentiment, and I'm going to just attach that right about there at the upper, on the top. Okay, and then the next thing we're going to do is add our monogram to our ornament. And these ornaments are the ornaments that are made, they're just the plain ornaments that you can buy at Michael's. And you just add the clear floor wax and then sprinkle in your glitter. There are several videos on how to do that. If you would like me to make a video, just let me know and I'll show you how to do it. It's very easy, and there's lots of videos on the YouTube on how to do that. So we're going to go ahead and add our monogram, and I have one here that I've already done with my Cricut on my vinyl, and I used Gypsy Wanderings for the font that I'm using. So go ahead and peel this away and reveal our letter. Look how fancy that is. So I've got an S, and a lot of people use transfer tape, but for these small letters I'm just gonna kind of wing it. And I think that looks good. Okay, so I've got my S. Alright. Okay, let's see. Now I need to get some ribbon. And I think I cut this about 13 inches. Okay, so 13 inches. I'm trying out these new scissors. I have trouble with my thumb, so I'll let you know how they work after I use them for a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and thread the ribbon through the ornament. I don't know why I'm having such a tough time making this video. This is the third time I've attempted to do it, and I'm still goofing up. Okay, so we'll go ahead and thread this now through here. Just open it up from the top and insert our ribbon. Okay, and then just center it, and and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get a glue dot. Please let me have my glue dots. Okay, I'm going to grab a glue dot. These are the little mini ones, and I want to add it